Welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. Now, in the last episode we got this red science cube and the blue science cube system set up here. And I have received a very great deal amount of tips, for which I am of course very grateful. There is one thing that I would like to address though, and that is the fact that when I started out playing Dyson Sphere Program yesterday, at the time of this recording, I recorded 5 episodes all at once, and I did that with a very specific purpose in mind. I didn't want my experience of the game and how intuitive the game is for someone who hasn't played it to be tarnished by, well, seeing other people play it. I hadn't. I'd only seen the official screenshots and a couple of screenshots in the Discord server and things like that. And I also wanted to provide the experience to people who come to the game to see how this learning curve and how intuitive things are, so that they can make their own judgment on the game. Now, I wouldn't be doing YouTube if I was bothered by what we so often describe as backseat gaming. As a matter of fact, I highly enjoy that part of being a YouTuber, because there are so many brilliant ideas and so many brilliant suggestions that I would never have come up with myself if it weren't for the fact that you guys helped me out with that. So, I would like to say that I am very grateful for all of the comments and all the suggestions and all of the clarifications of things that I will get into those shortly, at least a few of them, that I was completely unaware of, because it wasn't intuitive to me. There is one little thing that I would like to mention, and that is when you address anyone, whether it's a YouTuber or a friend or colleague, anyone at all, and you tell them that they're doing something in a less than optimum way, it's always good to do that in a friendly manner. I've seen some comments that have been... I'm normally not bothered by these, and I'm not really bothered by it either, but I thought I'd just address this, especially considering the times we live in, where kindness might be even more important than usual. I always think kindness is important, but these days it is probably even more important to be kind. And when I see comments like, "It pains my soul to see," things like, well, things that I've done in the base that isn't the optimum way of doing it, I don't get offended by it, and it doesn't bother me, but I think that it's worthy of this little, let's call it a mini rant or something, because it's such a redundant comment. Why not just say that, hey, Caledorn, did you know that instead of doing that, you can do it this way instead, and that is more efficient? You don't need to say that it pains your soul, or that it's... well, you don't really need to use any superlatives in regards to it. All you need to do is say respectfully that, oh, by the way, you're doing this that way, and if you do it this way instead, that is a more efficient and better way of doing it, at least in my opinion. So, yeah, rant done. I just wanted to address that because, as I said, kindness. Kindness is always important, but even more so these days. Let's get back to the game. And of course the tips that I got. One of the tips that I got was and this is a very good tip actually, the sorters. To me, the way that these are set up together with the conveyor belts, I mean, these are not like inserters, if you should take some kind of comparison from Factorial as an example here. These are sorters. It looks like something that is tied together with a belt. So intuitively, I assumed that a sorter has to be connected to a belt. If I had taken the time to read what it says there, then I would have known that you don't need to attach a sorter to a belt. It specifies that it transports cargo from conveyor belts into facilities or between facilities. So, there are certain points, well now mostly, I think mostly everything is on arrays, and I don't know if this is an array. I don't know if this is a good way of doing it. I'm still learning, and as I mentioned, I haven't seen any footage of the game. I haven't watched anyone else play the game. I want to figure this out on my own. But here is a good example. What I can do here is this. Just remove all of these. Go grab the sorter. Put it there. Attach it there. And I can do the same thing here. As you can see, I don't need a belt. That wasn't obvious to me. That wasn't intuitive to me at all. It is obviously a much better way of doing it, but it also saves me some belts and it looks neater. But now I know. And that was thanks to the Backseat Gaming and the comments, so thank you very much for telling me that. It's also a good tip of in general. Another tip that I got, I will not be using this because I am kind of I do like the grid, but if you have a miner, you can hold down shift when you click R to rotate it, and that way you can rotate it, as you can see, without the obvious 90-degree angles. If you hold down shift when you click R, you can rotate it, and that will give you a better way of a better control over what nodes you are targeting. Like for instance here you can see that I can make it target quite a few nodes. Oh, there isn't any way to rotate it the other way back as far as I can tell. If that, nope. So yeah, but I'm probably not going to use that unless it's a very specific location, because I do like the straight angles. Now that's just me. So where were we? I did get other tips as well, like are the splitters really... Oh, I didn't know that they had input and output priority. That's nice to know. Left click one and then that gets priority, right click it and remove the priority again. And I lost my train of thoughts there. Yeah, okay, anyhow. All of this spaghetti that I've built, at some point, obviously, I will have to clean this up. It looks so nice, which is a strange thing for me to say, because normally I don't like spaghetti. I could probably fix this belt here. It doesn't need to go in that curve anymore. But I think that the main thing we need to focus on now is getting more research done. And we have plenty of both blue cubes and red cubes. I probably should ramp up the production of red cubes. It seems as if I can have another. What I could have done here as well, I'm guessing that this is too close. Yeah, so there would have to be a space here. Which I can actually do that. Let's do that right away. There is no need for having it like this. I didn't need to take down the blue cube storage since I'm taking them from down there. Is that too far away? No, too close? No. So I can take the red cubes like that, and I can take the blue cubes like that. Why isn't there coming any? Well, might help if I actually put them on the belt. Strangely enough. And then let's put the cubes back into these and put back the lab. Is that? I'm not sure if that's too close. No, it isn't. So I'll put the other one on top again, and we'll set these to research mode. And there and there. There is no need for belts in between anymore, which is good. And then let's have a look at the research. I'm kind of leaning towards the upgrades first. I would like more inventory capacity, but it's strictly not a major necessity. But having more construction drones would be nice. The same with the drone engine, but that requires 400 red cubes. Mecha move speed would also be good. There's also several of these that require us to do Mecha Core level 2 first, so I think we'll just activate the Mecha Core level 2. And at the same time, let's manufacture one of these. And put that on top of this one. I don't know if that one is going to transport the cubes down. Oh, it does. That is very handy. So it gets the materials up and it transports the cubes down for transportation into the buffer. Someone also asked me in regards to if wind power wasn't actually quite efficient in terms of not having to use raw materials. And yes, I mean, the planet is kind of large. There would not be any issue building a major wind farm somewhere outside the base, but that takes up a lot of time, one, and well, it's not like I lack coal, nor do I lack refined oil at the moment, so I don't call it a personal preference. I just don't want to bother with having to build that many wind turbines and do that. I'm wondering if we might want to build more labs for research. This spends 10 per minute. I don't know how quick that is. It looks to be the same speed actually. Which makes me wonder if I should make another lab for the blue cubes as well. Yeah, I think I shall. Here we go. So, now that that's done, we have plenty of things currently. I'm a bit uncertain where to progress now. What haven't we built? We haven't built... No, we need more research, basically. That's what we need. Yeah. Let's just build 2 more of these. Okay, so we can't have higher than 3 currently. That's fine. Should speed things up a little bit at least. There is the wireless power tower, of course, which I probably should use instead of the regular Tesla towers, as that means I don't need to worry about putting fuel in here anymore. But that requires those plasma exciters. Am I making those anywhere? I don't think I'm making the plasma exciters anywhere. They require magnetic coils and prisms. Core level 2 done. That certainly did a major impact. Well, we have plenty of the magnetic coils, even with 2 of these producing blue cubes. I suppose that's something we could start making. Let's continue our research. Technologies. Crystal smelting would be nice, so we can get diamonds and crystal silicon. Titanium, we don't need that currently. Getting the high efficiency logistics systems would also be nice, so we can get Mark II belts, but currently we wouldn't be able to build them, as it requires, I think that is a magnetic levitation technology. Yeah, that's an electromagnetic turbine. We are going to need quite a bit of those magnets. The magnetic coils. So I'm probably going to have to set up bigger production of those. Photon frequency conversion. No, we don't need that currently. Semiconductor material, that's something we do need. Then follows up with processors, so we can get Mark II assembling machines. We also need the applied superconductor, which is behind basic chemical engineering. So I think we'll take the basic chemical engineering, so we can have chemical plants where we can make plastic and sulfuric acid. Take that next. Shouldn't take too long to finish. It's not like we lack blue cubes. Let's get rid of these. Someone mentioned in one of my comments that a main bus might be necessary. And yes, I fully expect the main bus to become necessary in this game. There is no doubt about that. But I think we're a bit too early on when it comes to that. One of the things that I might want to do, since the North Pole is here, is move down closer to equator. There is a lot of water though. Being this close to the North Pole has been a bit annoying in terms of the day versus the night. Then we could, well, for instance, down here, this is a large area. We could transport things down here. But I'm getting ahead of myself now, I think. So what we want to do first and foremost is make sure, no, not that, make sure that we can make these plasma exciters. And to make those, we need magnetic coils and prisms. confused as to why this requires a prism. Doesn't look like there's any prisms in there. Quite to the contrary, it looks like it would need a tube, but sure. Now the prisms are here, so that's fine. The electromagnetic coils, however, are here, and that is not fine. But it's not a problem. There we go. And with that, we can... I keep getting confused by that. I'm not sure I want to build a belt there. Here we go. And then we can build that belt. Stop there. Go down again. This can come this way. And similarly, we can have a belt coming like that. And then let's see here. There should be fine. Set this to make these. Doesn't have power, of course. And we need so, and then I want a storage. I'm probably going to need more than just this one factory, so if I build a belt... Why you do this game? Okay. This is so silly. Why can't it snap down there? Instead of going up there. It's down there, I want it. Ah. Okay, okay. Be that way. I'll make it this way instead then. That is probably way too far. Production can have 1, 2, 3, so I can remove 2 more of these. And we'll have a storage here. And then we'll take that out there. Don't need that bit of belt. What does that mean? Oh, the belt isn't good enough for you, isn't it? Right, okay. We need another power pole. Yeah, sure. What speed does this thing function at? 22.5 per minute. Needs more of these though. We have basic chemical technology now. I wonder if I put another one of these here. Yeah, that helped. Of course, the question now is, will we run out of electromagnetic coils? Probably. We're definitely going to run out of it on the belt. Let's remove this and replace it with a Mark II. Better. This is one of those things that isn't really all that necessary. We can dismantle that. I don't know if that's too far, but... yeah, that is too far. Can this go further? The reason why it's too far is because of where the connection is. So if I move this here... wait, that's wrong. Does it work to put it there? Yes, okay, so if I does that work? No, it's too far. So I need the belt there, whether I want it or not. Never mind, it's just the angle. I think I dismantled a matrix lab there. There we go. Yeah, we are going to run out of the magnetic coils. That's definitely something that I have to look into. Magnetic coils require copper. Magnets. I believe it requires 2 magnets per copper. Yes. Which means that it might be time to look into this here. Is there a copper vein? You only have that one. Oh wow. Copper is very far away. I think that one of the questions that came in regards to these is whether they are necessary because I can just transport the product directly out on the belt. And that is a valid question. I'm not sure why I did it like that, because of course I can. Would take up less space as well. This one makes sense, but these do not. I'm gonna have to look and see if there is enough. Yeah, there, but I need room. See here, I haven't used any splitters here. I had no idea why I used the splitters down there. All right. Am I going to have to? Oh, the irony of that. Really don't want to, though. Okay, then I need smelters. I can't make them go through that. What I can do is this, though. Yeah, it's probably simpler if I do it like this. I need to check if I can run a belt. Yes, I can. Okay, and then sorry, I had to sneeze there. We go out. Oh, there. There. And then I probably have some copper ore in excess now. Can I? No, I cannot. Ah! You have to open the building and drop it in there. $120 per minute, 180. Okay, so yeah, that's something someone mentioned, that it, how many nodes a miner is mining affects the speed of the miner. I shall say as Simon does in his Sudoku videos, bobbins, because I'm going to have to redo that miner. I need to get it above 200k. Okay, well, we'll have one that is off the grid then. However distasteful I find it. There we go. And here I was determined to not do that. Okay, at least it's... I'm glad I got that tip now. Now there is an iron ore deposit down here. I'm gonna go chop down some trees, hopefully to get some of those crystals. And of course because it's satisfying to chop down trees. Sorry. I'm not getting many of them. Some. Okay. That cleared up a rather large area. Now these magnets, I'm making them over here. 40 per minute. 80, 160. And that one is producing 180. Oh, we're not researching anything. We need to research applied superconductor so we can get the graphene and stuff that we need from there. Okay, now we also need these. Strictly don't need the Mark II sorter on that, but I like using it anyways. $180 per minute, good. Okay, so I'm producing copper ingots up there. And I'm producing magnets down here. $45 per minute, that is 90. $180 per minute. 160 per minute. Okay, so that's a bit... suppose I could have put a fifth one there, and it would be sufficient in regards to giving us enough to make four machines, making... It's going to be a little bit... I'm going to do that, actually. One of them is going to be a little bit underfed, but that's fine. Need to make more of these. Now that means that I can make 4 machines making the electromagnetic coils. However, I don't want to put it there. Probably should have built this up in the air. Like that. We need to connect up these. There. So things are a little bit less spaghetti-ish now, but I'm starting to get used to the game. So that's not too bad. But I think that this is a good time to end the episode, actually. So that is exactly what we'll do. Now, as always, if you do have any questions or comments, or you have suggestions or feedback, please do leave them in the comment section. Just keep in mind what I said in the beginning of the episode. I really appreciate the comments and the feedback, so it is very, very helpful. For instance, the this one and also the direct connection between the buildings is very helpful, and I would not have figured that out on my own, so thank you so much for giving me that feedback. Also, I will remind you about our Discord server. Feel free to come join us there if you want to. You'll find the link to that in the description below the video. But for now, thank you all so much for joining me, and I will be seeing you all in the next episode.